Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. And as always, we have our piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can get the information in the description box as well. And I will leave you with your selection. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this little diamond, then this one is for you. It is just a piece of plastic, however Jackson chose it and he was adamant that it is a diamond. So I believe the message there is to believe in yourself regardless. and when I do look inside, there is a lot of beauty. There's a lot to see on the inside. There's a lot of treasure inside. Kaleidoscope vision nearly, right? Maybe you loved kaleidoscopes. But what I think the message here for this one is to just shine bright, to believe in yourself and to believe in that thing inside you that guides you. Believe in all of the beauty that you can find on the inside through exploring and going a little bit deeper. It's just nothing about the external reality, this one. It feels more about an internal journey. So, interesting. Group 1, let's jump into the past energy. We've got a bunch of major arcanas here, so we're talking about really the bigger picture of your life. Can be very internal time for you as well. So we're starting with the Star, the Devil, the Hermit, Four of Pentacles, and at that point I took the bottom deck energy, which was the Ten of Swords. It just felt called to do that, so we have the bottom deck energy at that point was the Ten of Swords. So an ending, perhaps an ending of a relationship or the ending of a chapter in your life. Still cute though, you know, look at her. So we've chosen this deck for a reason. Maybe you're still feeling okay, like, you know, everything's going to be all right. You must trust the wisdom of this change in your life with the Star here. I see Aquarius, Capricorn and Virgo's energy in this handful. Taurus is here. Oh goodness, they're all here. Hey, Pisces, Libra, Taurus, did I say? Leo's there. We got everyone. I saw Scorps earlier as well. Gotta love Scorpio. Yeah, anyway, there's so many major players here. We've also got a lot of big transits happening, Pluto shifting signs. So here I'm seeing an awakening and a realization, a spirit-led journey here. So you may have been called to protect yourself or step back from a toxic situation or something very unhealthy for you, potentially an unhealthy relationship. It could be anything. The Devil energy is heavy attachments and obsessions and addictions and just cycles that make you feel powerless, where you're giving up your power in situations. With the Hermit here, and just I feel like that particular diamond crystal, I don't know what to call it, that Jackson's chosen today, it actually has, because of the introspection, you know, because of what's on the inside, it makes me feel like it's connected to that Hermit card. Oh, and I just realized there's a card that it sits above that it kind of, wow, look at that. All right, we'll unpack that as we go. Okay, so past energy, big changes. Time for you to pull back your energy. It looks like you've done that. You've got the Four of Pentacles here as well. You might have blocked somebody. You might have just decided to make some cuts. Maybe it's to do with your time, maybe it's to do with your finances. You have decided to make some cuts and just conserve your energy, protect yourself, perhaps shutting out Devil energy, however it shows up in your life. The Hermit's there, you've been guided to do so. You have to do it alone, no one can do it for you. It's all that sort of thing. I don't think you are alone. I think there's support and a lot of that, especially in spirit. I feel like you as well have this, some of you that are teachers or guides or mystics yourself, there's a way that is changing in the way you deliver your message or the way that you work. You're just evolving, you're seeing clearer. I think you're able to help people a lot more. I just feel like you're a guiding light for a lot of people, for other people as they move through their own shadow. do feel like there's people that watch you or look up to you quite a lot, because you have come a really far way in your journey. Okay, so and then that sits on the Ten of Swords, so an ending there. In the current energy, moving ahead, this week ahead, beautiful, beautiful vibes with the Princess of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Three of Wands. I also felt inclined to take bottom deck energy, and it was the Nine of Cups. So we're moving in from an ending of something, you know, but you've survived. Look, she's still adorable. Like, this perhaps maybe it hasn't been as hard as you thought it might have been. Maybe that's what it's about. But the Nine of Cups here is you've got some big wish fulfillment coming in. The Three of Wands at the end of your week shows a massive expansion. And it's to do with something you're starting fresh. It's to do with perhaps something you're creating. A new job, a new lifestyle choice, a new ritual, whatever this is for you, you're learning so much from it. I feel like you're imparting a lot of wisdom as well. Like, I feel a lot of guides and teachers in this group, especially with the Hierophant and the High Priestess next to each other. You may be sharing messages and healings and guidance. I really see a lot of that here. You're also receiving it, stepping into the knowledge, blending knowledge and wisdom together to create change and to illuminate the path ahead for others. And there's a deepening of commitment here. I just see also these keys and the hearts that just, it's also kind of at the throat, but the heart, that feels more throat, that feels more heart, especially in the blue. So I'm sharing this beautiful, compassionate wisdom and helping other people unlock the keys to their own heart. And I just do feel like there's a profound change within yourself, and then that just has a ripple effect into the people that you connect with, your relationships, just everything. There's an expansion for you, and it brings you a lot of wish fulfillment. There's there's just what do I want to say about this? Knight of Cups, okay, and the Queen of Wands, wow, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you are attracting everything you want, really. I can see that here. If you want to create something, it will do well. You only need to just enjoy the journey as you create it, and making friends and connections along the way. This is something that you feel at home with, and it gives you a lot of, it helps you be seen, I feel, as well. It's not to be rushed, it's to be enjoyed. So as we move over into the challenge, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Cups. And I kind of got this feeling of like, when is it going to happen for me? Or just feeling like, maybe things at the moment feel like they're not all going well, because we're just coming out of this ending, and you're perhaps just sort of shutting yourself down a little bit, wanting to protect yourself. Even her knees like being a little bit red. It just feels like a little bit battered, a little bit, just needs to cool off potentially. But and with the Seven of Wands as well, you've got things coming at you that you don't want. That's clear. And so you might be wondering, when are the things that I want going to arrive, or when is this going to blossom, or when am I going to see the opportunities for me? And there is an answer to that. There's with the Three of Wands and all these subtle changes now, and something that you're getting started on. You've got to cultivate or build something. Those things that you get a start on, well, that's it. Get started and get going, because that's what needs to happen for you to distance yourself from the energies you don't want, and continue aligning with what you do. With the Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, you may also be so. For some of you may have come out of something so damn difficult with that past energy there, and you may have really shut the world out quite a bit, and so you might be super cautious of what you're letting in. And you might, with the Four of Cups in particular, maybe you're so used to crappy offers or just less than what you deserve, that when something good comes your way, you might still be a little bit closed to it, and that might be a challenge for you as well. So needing to just take care of yourself and listen to the messages, because there's a lot of magic coming in and you just need to do things your own way as well. So in what will help with the challenge, we have got the Tower, Strength, and the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, Five of Cups. And I like that this Tower is not actually exploding, crumbling everywhere, much like the Ten of Swords. Like this is actually more about you building something and having the strength to commit to it and continue building it and spreading your message or creating your art and believing in yourself. With the Tower and Strength and Five of Cups, we still need to acknowledge that there's structures that are not stable that need to go or are still crumbling, and part of that is just removing yourself and going through the motions. The Five of Cups is there. That means allowing yourself to grieve. If that's what will, in the area of what will help is the Five of Cups, then it's to allow your emotions to flow and release. And yeah, there's a lot of self-healing in this energy here, and allowing things to allow yourself to be cracked open, especially when it comes to your intuition here. Like I feel a big connection with this star there, and just where these star placements are on the cards, I'm noticing it's all heart, throat, and third eye. So those activated areas, that's the area that's going to guide you right now. Staying grounded, root chakra always. But anyway, Five of Cups, allow yourself to go through the motions and allow there to be endings. And with the Seven of Wands above all of that, the strength is, I have that strength to believe in yourself. Like Jackson with the plastic diamond, he was tapping on his teeth and he's like, no, this is a diamond. Okay then. I'm not going to squash him this early in the day. That's what it is. So have faith in yourself and have faith in the mysteries, because there's actually a lot of blessings all around you, and I feel like you're very angelically guided as well. So in the further guidance, it felt more like, is there anything else to touch on right here? And it does feel like potential for those that have had the ending of a difficult relationship. This energy shows that you perhaps are both, there might be things are left unsaid here, and someone in the connection might be really struggling with how things have ended up and not being able to rest or sleep or think straight and just move on with their life. That like it feels like a block or a heavy burden for them. Maybe that's you, maybe that's them, maybe it is both potentially. Like it's still something to move through and release. There's repercussions for behavior here, for things that were said that were not fair or true or dishonest or harsh or abusive, disrespectful, whatever it might have been. It can be so many things, but it does show that you need to continue standing up for yourself, continue speaking your truth, and allowing there to be harsh consequences for harsh behaviors. But also I do see here this being about your own internal belief system with self, with the King of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Swords in between, and Justice there as well. Like you might have really, really big dreams and things you want to do and achieve for yourself, but with that Nine of Swords in the middle, it's like you're not believing in your own experiences, your wealth of knowledge that you've gained through experience enough perhaps, and then marrying that with this vision that you have, which is so much broader. So there may be a bit of inner conflict with your own faith in self and just the idea of approaching something really large. You might see it really big, but you need to just come back to the first step, I would say. And I see like marrying logic with intuition here. Is there anything else? Just saw the Ten of Cups. Okay, yeah, the Two of Cups, definitely connection vibes there. So relationship that potentially is a very special connection. It could be sisters, friends, it could be intimate lovers, it could be anything at all there. But there's not seeing eye to eye right now. Two of Wands, so moving things in a different direction. That's what Justice is about as well. Like the King of Swords, Two of Swords, goodness, Judgment. It's not an easy choice to be made, but I feel like one is really feeling quite perhaps guarded and harsh, and the other one is perhaps more open to fixing things or wants to make amends or feels feels perhaps bad or guilty for things that have happened in this situation. But then I think it might be your energy that's just really wants to be self-protective right now and doesn't want to let any bullshit back in or just deal with anything that's subpar. Sub rosa. So don't want to deal with things that are hidden, don't want to deal with dishonesty, I guess. I keep seeing the Ten of Cups. My goodness, it's like righto. It's like you know what you want and you know what you have to do to get your Ten of Cups. You get to get your happiness and to get your wish fulfillment, the things that you want, and you know it's going to take a long time and you can't settle for less than. Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, slow moving energy. Oh, this feels complicated and ongoing. Anyway, let's just leave that there. Everyone's going to resonate differently to that. In the outcome energy, we have the Ten of Wands, the Empress, and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is pretty big energy, and especially as it sort of sits above that Nine of Cups in your future energy, what you're moving into, your spirituality, your teachings, building something, cultivating something. With the Empress here, there's so much beautiful, nurturing energy in just deep inside of you and what you have to offer yourself and the world. With the Empress here, though, it's like, with the Ten of Wands, sorry, it does feel like something you're just still coming through. And I feel like you do have a lot of responsibilities right now and a lot to take on and a lot of big dreams, and it's like, it's just happening and you're going to flourish with this Empress here in the center. And after seeing all of those other stars sort of, and now I just look to the crown that she wears, it's like sort of all these little things you've gathered along the way are going to really, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's going to take you there and potentially further than what you think. And the Ten of Pentacles, that's about like building something solid to last, something that really leaves a legacy that you can lean on and your future generations can lean on. It may also have great benefit to do with your family life as well, this whole situation, like having a happy, healthy home. And yeah, is there anything else on that Ten of Wands there? The Princess of Wands. Allow yourself to just be free and go and explore new things and not hold on to the past with the Ten of Wands there. Queen of Pentacles, ground yourself. See the Emperor as well, stepping into your own personal authority and dedication to your life. So we have in the Oracle cards, Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching, and it definitely speaks to a lot of the energies we've seen in this reading, especially with the Hierophant and the High Priestess next to each other, Princess of Pentacles. So you might be creating something that helps people explore and learn the mysteries. You might be teaching people, but also diving deeper yourself. In the self-care oracles, I really like to see the card Draw, and it reminds me of a channel I like. You might like to check it out as well, because she recently did intuitive drawing. She does tarot, and her channel is Tarot and Chill. She has heaps of different topics, so you can cruise her playlist and check them out. She just recently did Draw and Chill, and it's so fun. I just love her creativity, so maybe check out her channel if you feel drawn to that. And it just reminded me of that, because they've got Draw here, and that might be something you like to do. Express your creativity in new ways. Don't be afraid to branch out. I like her channel because she's not afraid to try new things in that way, and she does just go her own way. It's also Tarot and Chill, so it's very relaxing. And she has beautiful messages to share. We also have Focus here. So with Focus, and also like a lot of these other cards, like dreams and messages, signs, symbols, guidance, all of this stuff, it shows that and especially as well, actually, with like looking only on the inside, it really shows that there's so much to be gained by staying focused on what's in front of you right now and these magical things coming into your life, and the way that you're being called to study and dig deeper and go take it further, whatever it is. There's going to be so much to be gained from that experience. With the Draw, we also had Play, and that was in conjunction with Canary Spirit Sing Your Own Song, which again reminds me of that channel, just going at your own way, having fun with it, playing, not being afraid to go to the beat of your own drum and just express yourself in your own special, unique way, because people need it. believe it. We have the cards Taurus with cultivate, even more encouragement to take up this, you know, Page of Pentacles energy, this new beginning, and build something, cultivate something special with it. We also had 7th house relationships, so we did see that there is a significant relationship for many people connecting to this reading that isn't an easy relationship to grow through potentially. For some of you, it is a relationship that has ended so that you can cultivate more healthy relationships. There's a lot to be learned through that experience though. So whether it's something long lasting or something that had to end, there's still a lot of blessing in what you've learned from that experience. And it's encouraging you to take that essence, that wisdom, and do something else with it. Do something with it. We had the card God in the Archetype Cards, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. I don't feel like that's a very difficult thing for you to do. I feel like you are somebody who naturally feels guided to be compassionate and caring and supportive, and yeah, I just feel like that's your nature. Especially ending on the Empress, you know, people probably do come to you for that support, compassion and love, probably quite often. So what else did we have? We had Gateway, a beautiful message that you are on the precipice of magic. There's so many wonderful things afoot, things that are just ready to come into your world and that are already here. It's a message to connect with all sorts of different beings. Maybe you like to connect with fairies, maybe you like to connect with dragons, maybe you would like to connect with any type of elementals at all, the trees, nature spirits. I've just got a really big flood of pink light coming in, so really connect. And wow, and the sky is actually quite pink here as well. So the cards I'm using are pink, and this is such an unconditionally loving energy. It's connected to purpose and allowing yourself to just naturally, organically bloom without putting pressure on yourself of what it should look like. We also had hydrate and drink tea. So any type of water therapy, whether that's hydrating, literally drinking tea, literally, or going for a swim in a natural body of water or in the ocean, or a bath with oils and flowers, or whatever it is for you, just using water in all of its different ways to support you, especially with beautiful, nourishing tea. I enjoy licorice root when I'm doing readings. It's nice and grounding. So, well, that pink light's coming back. You probably can't see it on your end, but it's quite nice. So group 1, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has resonated, given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. I just saw 2222 then, so that might be significant for you. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like a private reading, you can get that in the description box below, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this sweet piece of howlite, it's so pastel-y and lovely. It's new to the collection. It was given to me as an energy exchange, so that might be a relevant message for you, having equal energy exchanges and fairness in connections. But it's also, it is a dyed howlite, so the message of howlite is enjoying life, releasing attachments, getting restful sleep, and it helps encourage well-intended motivations. So that might be worth considering as well. All right, let's jump into this reading, group 2. It's an interesting one. You might have been drawn to group 1 as well. I'm really loving this reading. I think it pinpoints where you're at, I really do. All right, so starting with the past energy, I can see Virgo and Scorpio there. I might as well mention I can also see Capricorn, Leo, Gemini, Taurus, Libra, all here, and Aries too. Might as well say Aquarius. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter if it's your sign or someone you're dealing with, it's just, maybe it's an area of your chart that's activated at the moment. Anyway, past energy. Look at all this withdrawal, right? The Hermit, Death, and the Four of Swords. So definitely withdrawn from a situation to just recuperate and replenish. There may have been a really painful, bitter ending. There was a bunch of cards that came out that wanted to talk all about it, but I put them all back just thinking, you know what, we're not going to dig into what happened. It looks painful and really, really hard to let go of, but we're just going to leave that and focus on the main cards that are going to move you forward. But still in the past energy, it does show that there's been a change, maybe a literal move of house. We've got a for sale sign here. Like this big change could have been internal, it could have been external, end of a relationship potentially, where maybe you've been blocked, or maybe you've blocked somebody else, or you've just needed time to rest. For some of you might be recovering from a surgery or a very big chapter in your life. With just shutting the world out a bit there as well, I do feel like just you've needed to rest, and maybe you're finding it hard to get good quality of rest, but it's been a very internal time for you, a time to just explore and shut the world out. And maybe you've been doing that for a little bit too long for some of you as well. Maybe you've been just so comfortable on your own for some time that it's time to start thinking about branching out again. But we'll get over to that message soon. In the current energy, future energies, we have the World, first of all, the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles. So you are really overcoming something that has been very challenging. The underlying energy of the whole future vibes was the Wheel of Fortune. So it is about massive change. We see that Wheel of Fortune with the World, overcoming the Devil, things that are unhealthy for you. Toxic cycles, relationships, addictions, obsessions, things that just render you powerless, things you give your power away to, things you feel like you don't have any control over. But that's changing for you, and you're working really hard at changing that. You're not looking externally, you're doing this yourself. You are extremely guided towards this profound change, I want to say. The World here, you know that this cycle is over for you, and it's time for you to put your energy to better things. You know it to be true. We have the Nine of Cups. I do feel for many of you have a birthday approaching. If that's you, happy birthday. I did feel that quite strongly for this group, and particularly having a birthday there. But the main message of this card is more about you working towards your wishes, working towards manifesting a certain thing that you really would like in your life, something you'd like to develop or grow or obtain or reach. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords also in the future, week ahead sort of energy. This is usually week ahead vibes. So what I can see here is you're changing the way you do things as well. Like you've got multiple things you're wanting to get started with or get moving on. And with the Two of Pentacles, you're managing all of this change with grace, I want to say, especially seeing that the Ten of Swords in this particular deck is more about a phoenix rising rather than someone being stabbed all over, which resonates with Group 1 quite a bit. There's a fair few energies in similar spots. Group 1, they had the Ten of Swords too, and the deck I used for them was, you know, showing the Ten of Swords they needed, which was that they're still cute, you know, like it's still all good. Sometimes the Ten of Swords can be really, really painful. I'm not saying there's no pain, but I am saying that it's more about you gaining strength from this rather than what actually had to go. It's more about what you're going to gain from it, and the changes as you navigate these changes with the Two of Pentacles. Just trying to keep calm on the face of things as well. You might have a bit of a strong mask, Group 2. People probably don't really know how hard it is for you on the inside. You don't let them in, I'm feeling. You might let people know about your achievements and the good things that are going on, but when it comes to those deeper parts of yourself, I feel like you potentially don't want to let people in. I'm seeing as well with that just the wine glass there, so some of you might be trying to control the way you're drinking or the way that you're eating, whether it's alcohol, sugar, just whatever processed foods. I feel like it's spending more time in the kitchen and just looking after your body is really, really, really important right now. Tending to your home space, just clearing things out, letting go of the old, decluttering, all of that stuff is here this week because you're ushering in a really big change. This Ten of Swords, the Wheel, we've got the World, you're glowing from the inside out. That's what you want, that's what you're going to achieve. People are going to notice. People are really going to be noticing if they aren't already, if you've already been on this path of change. For some of you, it's just beginning, but people are going to see it. And you're just going to inspire many other people too. The domino, the ripple effect I'm seeing. Look at, she's in this dark city, everything, well, the city's shining, whatever, but these people are all in the dark, and she seems to be pouring, like this person's not really focused, he's, you know, on his way, but this light is sort of getting on them and they're looking over. So you have a profound effect on the people you come by in life. And I think you're aware of that. And I think that potentially you've been hiding in the shadows, or you haven't been shining that light, or maybe you haven't known how to tap into it, and that's something you're doing now. Or maybe it's something you're doing again for those that had to pull back for whatever reason from shining their light in the world. But you cheer people up. For some of you, you're comedians. You're just funny as. I just do actually get that quite strongly there. Some of you are really funny. You make your friends laugh. You make people laugh. All right, so in the challenge energy, we've got the Empress, the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and this is in challenge. So connection. Okay, maybe there's a potential specific connection that you're feeling challenged by with the Empress. This could be a parental connection, mother and child, or it could be to do with a family relationship breakdown or something like this. The mother of your child, or the father of your child, or whatever it might be. This could be family dynamics, siblings, whatever. You know, it could also be friends in community and workspaces, all sorts of things. What I'm seeing here, the challenge is in connection and allowing yourself to be nourished, and allow yourself to choose nourishing connections, and to be seen, and to cooperate and work with other people and learn different things from different people, but also understanding you have a lot to offer as well, and not holding your beautiful skills and talents back from the world. Because I feel like for some of you, maybe you just haven't found that tribe or those friendships yet, and there's a lot of indication here that the way you're growing is going to lead you towards that. For others, there may be just a change in your relationships. You might be outgrowing certain connections and you're wanting to find more aligned connections for you. For others, this is about collaborations and working together with other people and enjoying the people you work with. So that's all in the area of challenge. What will help with the challenge? Well, we have the Knight of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Two of Cups. And what I kind of see here is like moving away from unreliable, inconsistent energies and into something more compatible and supportive with the Two of Cups. Six of Swords, she sort of moves away from the Knight of Wands, which is, you know, I mean, the Knight of Wands is a lot of fun and there's so much passion. It's a really exciting energy. There's a lot to explore. There's so much laughter. However, it's also inconsistent and can be very selfish energy. So that might be something here that will help you with your connections, is to realize where you are either tolerating selfish energy, or maybe being too selfish and shutting yourself out and not sharing with the world and sharing with other connections that would be very meaningful for you. The Six of Swords as well is allowing, if there have been, I was going to say dodgy connections, if that's the case, whatever. If there have been difficult connections in the past, the Six of Swords is saying allow that baggage to be let go of, allow that the strain and the story you may tell from those connections to be released, because there are beautiful, harmonious relationships in your future and even around you for some of you already that will be very supportive for you. Further guidance, we have the Two of Swords, the Sun, and the Page of Swords. So even though you may have times of a real strong internal struggle, do I, don't I, that whole push and pull feeling, and some of you may be still wanting to check on something or someone, or still have a bit of attachment to the past for some of you. And the further guidance is to just let yourself grow. Let yourself learn through what you've experienced so far with this situation, and then take action based on what you've learned. With the Page of Swords here as well, it is about a curious mind. It's about exploring and leaving no stone unturned. It's about letting yourself learn in your own unique and special way. It's about niche skills. So I feel here it's there's a lot to discover, and a lot of your own talents and abilities are going to be tapped into in the path ahead in this next chapter. Things that you weren't aware of, that you, or maybe you had an idea, or maybe a little bit you could do this, or maybe you're a little intuitive but you didn't realize you can actually do full-blown mediumship for people, or whatever it is for you. you are really tapping into something, I feel, that's going to be a great benefit in your life and help you grow and help your environment grow as well. There's a lot to be said about growing and gardening and nourishing and just planting seeds and letting them develop there. It's all through the oracles as well. I can't wait to get to them for you. Good times with family ahead, it does feel like, or just there's some sort of occasion coming up for many of you that's really exciting, fun to, yeah, definitely. I keep going, I want to go grab the deck to have a look, but I've got bottom deck energy here, like the, you know, the underlying energy of the reading, and then that sort of opened up some more cards, which I'm just going to go to it so then I can use the deck again, hey? Well, I'm seeing the Five of Cups poke out here, but what really wanted to be shown was the Nine of Pentacles. So maybe you've recovered from grief and you're ready to sort of, you know, let the world back in again. She's got a banquet here. She's on her porch and she's ready to welcome life in or people in. There's Ten of Pentacles, a banquet again. So it is a time for growth through sadness. And it's slow and steady growth. All of these pentacles, it shows that it creates who you are, you know. It changes who you are, this situation. So what did I want cards on? Something over here. What do you want to give me? Nice, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it is time for you to get excited and curious about new journeys, new creativity, learning something new, and growth, 100% about growth. Maybe you'd like to work with candles as well. Fire, I always have a candle going every time I'm doing a reading. It's important to me. All right, so outcome energies, we have got the Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Fool. So with the Knight of Swords and the Lovers, it's like it's time. It's just time. I know that's a rushed energy, but it is time for you to go. It's time for it to happen. It's time for you to get out into the world, to meet new people, to explore different places, to commit to this choice that you're making. There's a lot to be learned here, so there's still a lot to study and information to gather, and you've got to really inform yourself about this next part of the journey. You need to make informed decisions is what this feels like. So you need to really look at the, if it's a contract you're signing, you need to look at all the small print. You really need to explore this, take it seriously, this next chapter. It's worth the groundwork. If you're studying, it's all the extra study you do, the extra hours you put in, or things you do that may be different from your class. It's worth it. It's everything you're drawn to go and acquire and study for this thing that you're building will have great benefit in the long term. So really heed that message, I feel. And keep trying. Don't give up. If you're a writer, like keep writing. Don't stop. Even if you get frustrated with the process and it's not always working out how you'd like keep trying different ways, trying different tips, listen to other people, get tips from other groups or people that know or are ahead of you in some way. So in the Oracle cards, I love this. You have codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. And it's so beautiful that it's sat above all of this energy, so restful. You know, taking that time to just evolve with the Death in the center. It really is this card in itself, because these two internal meditative energies that have pulled back from the world have done so that they can go through a major transformation, much like the seed. So you may find yourself that may feel like things aren't happening, but they actually are. There's a lot more happening under the surface than you realize, and that if you really do want to blossom, you're going to have to embrace a winter. You're going to have to embrace the void. You can't avoid it. If that's what you've been trying to do, distracting yourself with other things, if that's for you, then willingly go through the darkness, because you will emerge. And the way these oracles, I'm just going to keep picking them up and hold them because it's so cool. So we have change. I think I wanted to read from the book for you actually with that one. It is what it is. It is a great change. We see that after the seed, life is only going to continue changing. Let's have a look though. It's okay to change your mind. It's all right to change directions. You don't need to be consistent. This is the time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You're free to express yourself and let spirit fly. Be daring. go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way, it doesn't mean it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be careful, wild, and unpredictable. And selecting meanings that empower you follows on to this card, Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. And when we see that devil there, the world, like, you are reclaiming your power bit by bit, day by day, step by step. You are reclaiming your power to build something great and attract what it is that you really desire. Then we have responsibility, and that's what I love to see here. Like, after you have submerged yourself into the void, you know, created the changes, allowed yourself to reclaim your power, the seed sprouts. Isn't that stunning? It sprouts up into a beautiful plant. But it's all based in your responsibility, your discipline, right? We've got self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. And that's this Ace of Pentacles energy too. Some of you might be workaholics. You might throw yourself really hard into things. And if that's you, you need to balance it out with rest and to not burn yourself out. I feel that's actually a very important one for many of you. You may be sort of using it as a coping mechanism to fill yourself up and be busy. So, but responsibility, I just love that for you. It's saying that this new journey, the growth and everything is all in your hands. You create your reality and you're going to create a beautiful one. You're encouraged and divinely guided to do so. You have pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. So, and I like to see that next to each other, especially after I've just spoke on having a fine balance between work and play. We have dilettante, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. I think it's a beautiful message to be creative and express yourself beautifully. And I'll mention again, I mentioned in group 1, there's especially with the art here, there's a channel I like to follow called Tarot and Chill. You might like to check her out. She has these beautiful readings there. They're not very long and there's so many different topics. And recently she's been doing a couple of draw and chill where she just draws a picture and intuits her message that way. And I really enjoy her creativity. So you might want to check her out and seeing all this art and creative expression here. So Tarot and Chill, and it's also very relaxing. You know, it's very chill. We have the 6th house, sustainability, and this is about the 6th house is the area of your health, of your daily work routines, of the dependents that rely on you, like your children and your pets, more so your pets. The people that work for you sometimes as well. It can be all in that area of your daily commitments and your routines. And when we have Aries act, Aries is that 1st house energy, it's the beginning, and it's also very creative, expressive. It's the Ace of Wands in a sense, you know. So it's time. If you've got a health and fitness regime you want to get started on, or you've already started on, just that's the way to go. Take the step, and then tomorrow take the next step. It's something to do with your health, something to do with your work, something to do with your responsibilities. We've got sustainability here as well. So I would say as well, maybe not going bull at a gate where you just make all these changes at once and they're hard to actually sustain. So nice, gentle, subtle shifts and changes and adjustments. But also this is about creative expression with the Aries here, because the Aries is the I am journey. It's all about finding the self, exploring the mind, and expressing self. And you just can't hold an Aries back, can you? They've got to do what they've got to do. We have the card Tidy Up. I like that there's 4/4 underneath there as well, and maybe a message there of just that grounding and building a support and stability underneath yourself, maybe through your structured routines. But tidying up, clearing the clutter, releasing the old. 2 more self-care cards to finish your reading. I love this. It's again a nice balance. You have rest, and then you have spend time with friends. So for that message that you've been, you know, withdrawn too much, it's time to either make friends or go and see your friends. And for others of you, I feel like it's just to make sure you are keeping a nice, beautiful balance of both rest and friends. For many of you, I think you're neglecting this part and doing maybe all right there. but it is time to come out and see your friends or make friends. If you've been invited to some group or that's something you would like, then open up to the universe. Pray for it. There's also a lot of resources on community pages in your area online that you can seek anything. Don't be afraid to explore. I think that's also what the Page of Swords is about as well. The Sun, like, don't hold yourself back from going into new groups or exploring the resources that are available to you. And that's, you know, leaving no stone unturned. We've got the Page and then the Knight of Swords and then the Lovers and the Fool. So it's like, yeah, it really is time for you to learn and grow and explore the mind and commit to something different with the Fool. This is uncharted territory, and she's like quite excited to be doing that. It's time. It's really time. You know, you've come through the death, you've rested. This is the outcome energy, but this is where you're headed. So group 2, that is what I have for you here today. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. 2233 on the top. At the end of group 2, at the end of group 1, I saw 2222. So another link there. Anyway, that is what I have for you. If you'd like a private reading, you can get that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this piece of dyed howlite, then this one is for you. Similar to group 2's piece, because it came together as an energy exchange. So maybe that's a message for you about having reciprocity and equal give and take in your connections and your partnerships. But the meaning of howlite is that of enjoying life and releasing attachments, getting restful sleep, paying attention to dreams. A lot of people like to keep howlite by their bed or near their pillow. It's also encouraging you to make well-intended motivation. So aligning to things for the right reasons. So group 3, let's jump into your reading. It is an interesting reading as always. We have we've just jumped straight into the past energy. We've got Cancer, Gemini and Taurus there. Actually, all 3 readings open up with big major arcanas, so we're really seeing a lot of shift and change in the collective right now. What else is here? I can see Virgo and Pisces as well. Did I say Taurus and Libra? Sagittarius for sure. Feel good if that's your energy or not, it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, let's jump into the reading. With the Chariot, the Lovers and the Empress in the past energy. Okay, so what am I seeing here? Somebody who is very committed to their path, to their work, to the things that they know they're here for. Whether that be your creations, your children, respecting your body, or teaching people other people about the mysteries of the earth. There's so much wisdom here in this whole group. And in the past energy, what I'm seeing here is a massive change in your life. So maybe it's a change in location, perhaps you've moved to a different place, perhaps you have changed your relationship dynamics, left relationships behind, started new ones. Maybe it's to do with your career, maybe you're stepping deeper onto the path or you're exploring and starting to do that. Others of you, you've been on the path for a while and it's now time to expand so that you can see even more growth in what you've already done. It would be a whole big mixture of people connecting to this, but with all these big major arcanas in the past energy, it's to say that you have chosen to commit to something that is very nourishing for you. You've chosen to commit to perhaps yourself, you're committing to the divine, you're committing to, I want to say, your highest potential. I see the world there. Maybe you're committing to the world. Maybe you're committing to what it is you're meant to do here for the world, to be of service. Maybe it's a partnership with a couple here. Maybe it's a world travel. Maybe you've literally traveled the world. But underlying energy of this reading is the Ten of Pentacles. So we are looking at long-term goals, the bigger structures that you're building, the things that take a long time but are worth it. You get there in the end. What do I want to see here? The Four of Wands. Wow, there is a lot in this reading about divine relationship. Very beautiful, harmonious relationship. So if you are single right now, this is it's through the reading quite a lot, a very important relationship in your future. It doesn't have to be a marriage type connection. It can be a partnership with your business. It can be anything like that. But it is absolutely a very profound connection that is available to you or will be available to you. And a really deep understanding between you and the other people or person involved. A lot of support on the spiritual journey. I see the twin flame energy there, soulmate energy there, 5 of Wands. So even though there's big differences, it's through those challenges that you can grow and change. Anything else there? The 10 of Coins again. Okay, we'll just leave it there. It's where it wanted to be on the bottom deck energy. So this is something like this community, this person, this partnership, this relationship, whatever it is, there's something there for you. If it's not there yet, it will be soon. That helps everything flourish. So in the current energy and the sort of week ahead energy, we've got the Knight of Coins, the Tower, the 2 of Coins. We also have the 3 of Swords, the Magician, and the 8 of Wands. So it's an interesting week ahead. I feel like it's really empowering. Don't be alarmed by the Tower there and the 3 of Swords. I mean, it is what it is, and if it needs to happen, it needs to happen, because this is in current and future energy. So you're slowly but surely working towards a massive change in your life. For a lot of you, I do feel that the Tower's already happened, and this is more about you dealing with the repercussions or the aftermath, the things, the imprinting it's left on you, the process you need to go through to release and step back into power and move forward from a situation. For others of you, there is more to be told in the situation, and you'll hear about it this week. But either way, let's just read through these cards. So the Knight of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Tower. So for those of you that there is a Tower moment approaching, you will be able to navigate this with great skill, because the Magician is there and it's actually going to help propel you forwards. For others of you that you've already been through that, you are now already moving forwards. The Chariot's there, the Empress, you know, the Lovers, that you've made a commitment to steadily walk in a different direction, to change things for yourself. There's a very massive change happening within your life yourself. The 2 of Pentacles is your ability to navigate that change, to balance the tension of opposites, to stay calm while you're still managing many different facets of your being and external reality responsibilities, I would say. And the pain that comes up from the 3 of Swords, these feelings of potential betrayal. With the Magician, the 8 of Wands there though, and like, I just really feel capability in all of this. So if you are approaching a week with a challenge that is shocking for you, that changes things, that maybe makes things a little harder before they get easier, right? Maybe it's a revelation, a truth being told, or something here with the Tower. For many of you, you've already been through it, and it is just the aftermath of things you yet to go through as you navigate getting your strength back and, you know, juggle everything, the responsibilities. Maybe you've got children to tend to, and work and social life, or whatever. You've probably got a lot going on when I look at all this, a lot of responsibility. People that love you and look up to you, absolutely. And with the 3 of Swords there as well, the 8 of Wands, whatever this pain is that you are going through or do have to move through, it's happening for you, 100% happening for you, even if it doesn't seem that way at the time. With the 3 of Swords there, it's happening so that you can be propelled forward and attract and align with what is right for you on this journey in the next chapter for you, because this is all a very empowering change. All of the cards on this table talk about it's your time, it's your turn, that sort of thing. It's coming. So in the challenge, we have the 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Hermit. And so the challenge might be you not feeling like it's your time. You might be feeling blocked from the universe, or blocked from your opportunities, or blocked from connection with other people or a specific person. And that's the challenge right now. You might be feeling like you don't know who you can let in, or how these changes are going to be implemented in your journey. You might also be feeling, like not sure who to trust or where to go for support or collaboration or anything of that sense, because the 6 of Wands is there. So that's telling me that you do want to be seen for your work, or for your essence, your beauty. You want to be seen. You want to support other people. You want your work to be successful potentially. You want, you know, maybe to find a beautiful, loving relationship and have a family. Whatever your wish is, you do want to be seen. But with the Four of Pentacles and the Hermit on either side of it, it's like that's, you might be feeling like it's not happening, or when is it going to be my turn or my time? You might also be getting I feel like there's a lot of personal stuff in here too, actually, about relationships, like certain relationships that are competitive with each other, and that's not an energy you want to be in. I feel like you want to help other people learn to sort of build their own strengths and just be unique and support themselves, because you are unique and you support yourself in that way. I feel like you're very different from the crowd. And that, again, because I think as well what I'm seeing here is like, even though you going about it your own way hasn't gotten you the results as quickly as, you know, whoever you might be comparing yourself to, you still know that you need to stay true to your own authentic path, because eventually it will be what pays off. And there's a lot to be learned here too, opening yourself up to learning from other people. So in what will help with that challenge, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the High Priestess. With that High Priestess there, it was so ominous. It just felt like, you know, you're just not meant to know how this is going to unfold completely. There is something very special here though, and you do need to trust it. You just need to keep at it. You're very successful already. The Queen of Pentacles is here to say you need to acknowledge that you're already an abundant queen, and you already, or king, whatever, and you already are successful with your work. You open this reading with, you know, the Chariot, the Lovers, and the Empress. That's your energy. That's who you are. You've got the Shapeshifter here in the Archetype cards. So you are someone who knows how to shapeshift and change and be adaptable and grow through anything and everything. It says here, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, the ability to see the potential in everything. Even the Knight of Pentacles, you know, looks to this Tower as well. Like, you're not afraid of approaching change. You're not afraid of shocking the system or breaking things open so that there can be change. You are the agent of change in something here. And it pays off for you in the end. It really does. Four of Cups is there. I'm wondering, actually, let's have a little look, because this deck is a little bit newer, and it has fairy tales. It's very sweet in that way. It's a Danish folk tale. Sometimes it tells about the tale, romanticizing bad choices while ignoring the good alternatives before you. It is coveting what is superficially better, neglecting a plain nightingale who can actually sing away death, lack of awareness, pessimism, needing for reevaluation, all of that. So I was hoping it would tell more about the actual fairy tale, because some of them do, but because I felt like there was something about that bird. But I guess that is it, the nightingale that sings away death. So there's an opportunity there for you that's actually going to really propel you forwards, and I think you might need to just slow down and step back a little bit, and to be able to see the bigger picture and see what's actually available to you. You've got a lot more right there at your fingertips than you might realize. And with the High Priestess, it's like there's an opportunity that's very mysterious that's being led towards you. So don't overlook everything that's coming your way. I would say be very careful with what's coming in, and analyze it, and sort of sit with things a little bit slower. And again, I feel like the aligning your intentions, encouraging positive, well-intended motivation, the Howlite crystal. So check back in with your original intentions in case they're getting fogged by another desire. Further guidance here, you have got the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So like I said, for those of you that are wanting a divine connection, that is absolutely here for you, something that is coming in for those that are single. For others that are, this is about a work relationship, a partnership in business potentially, with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. We'll consider the Ace of Pentacles, you know, we've got a new beginning with the Knight of Pentacles. This is your creativity, this is your passion, this is your personal expression. And with the Two of Cups and the King of Pentacles here, it's going to be very fruitful. It's going to be very successful, and it may make a lot of monetary success. It may create a lot of stability in your life. It may be a beautiful relationship. It could be a business partnership. It could just be a beautiful friends and an alliance of some kind. I mean, we have got conjunction, alliance, you know, there's a lot here about maybe moving away from something that's not right so you can really align with good connections. Because this reading is just full of that, and I feel like for some of you there's doubt, like no, not for me, or I've already, and just there's these stories running that need to go because it's happening. So whether you like it or not, like clear those stories now. We've got in the outcome energy the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups, and even with the Page of Cups we've got the red thread of fate. So that's that connection with people that are just meant to come together in a lifetime. With the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, like I feel like there's a bit of self-protection in your energy at the moment as well. You might be just wanting to be, like Six of Pentacles and the Howlite again, like that equal give and take. You're wanting to make sure that your connections are full of love and kindness and reciprocity. And with the Page of Cups here as well, like this to me is you, after following, making a very intellectual choice, making a very logical choice, and maybe even a hard choice, you are able to, you're able to benefit yourself and so many other people. It's one choice that seems to trickle into many others, and it has a great domino effect here. And I feel like it also has, there's this ability to teach and lead others as well. I feel like for some of you might be creating something that helps a lot of people one day, or a teacher program, or a workshop, or there's something here that's very that you're set out to do, and I think you need help to do that, and you need friends to do that, you need support, and there's going to be a lot of, like the High Priestess here, the red thread of fate, like there's something very destined or preordained about this situation. So in the Oracle cards we have release, the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. And with that next to shapeshifter, come on, there's a lot of change happening here. Death, rebirth. It is really a great time to invest in yourself and your work. You have conjunction, alliance, along with Sagittarius, expand. I love that. Sagittarius is a brilliant energy for that. It's it is 9th house. It's all about it's having that cosmic mind, like really broad-minded perceptions and ability to travel, not only external and being curious about the world around you, but also the inner realms as well. And what I'm seeing here as well is that it's through a particular relationship or alliance that your life is going to be able to expand in a really big way. So there is someone, like I said, maybe it's relationship, partnership, and romance, or maybe it's to do with your business and your career and your creativity. There's some sort of collaboration or alliance here that is going to really change your world and change everything. We have emotional balance and relationships coming out together. So stability, harmony, peace, fluidity, intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust. These are very core values for you in connection, and there's the requirement of being in connection to you, I believe, moving forward. There is, again, this note of a very beautiful relationship, either already in your life, flourishing and growing. Even though there is change, for those that are, already in this connection, there is great change, but it benefits you. For others, this is a new connection yet to come into your world. 9 in the 9th house again. So some of you, you'll meet this person through travel, or like exploring new worlds, new inner worlds, trying new things. We also had adventures, which kind of speaks to that as well. I wonder if might go to the book because I just love the way Sacred Destiny Oracle's written. So I like to go to the book for it a lot. So nice. I'm going to do it. Something exciting is, something exciting is around the corner. You are entering a new frontier filled with expansive energy. Begin to look at your world in new and different ways. Something that you thought was mundane, or someone whom you may have overlooked, will open the door to new opportunities and a bigger and bolder way of living. I feel the goosebumps just trickling up my body. Be willing to see the world around you in new ways. Don't be lulled into complacency. When this card appears, you're ready to remove your blinders and take action so life doesn't become stagnant and lackluster. It can also signify incredible spiritual attunement and spiritual voyages. 100% seeing that here for you. Yes. You also have Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. So go out on these adventures. Be curious to learn new things, learn new skills, take a class, whatever it might be. Porcupine Spirit as well makes me think of being very self-protective as well with those spikes. And it actually also reminds me of I should link it in the description box. There was a lady at our creative market when she was a new lady to our market, and she had all these beautiful sacred tools, and one of them was porcupine earrings, the spikes. Everything was taken respectfully from the animal and with permission and blessed, and so it's a very beautiful art. I might link that in the description box below if you want to check out some of her stuff, because I did find myself some magical tools. I was very happy with it. Anyway, over here we have positive affirmations, and I feel like this actually trickles onto this card because of the back image. Anyway, clean your space. So what I'm feeling here is like an inside cleansing, and then that into the outside. So your external environment perhaps being a reflection of that inner environment, and a lot of these subtle inner changes inspiring you to make outer changes. You may like to change your decor completely, or just reorganize, or just spring clean, whatever it might be, on an internal level and an external level. Cleaning the windows again is I don't know if I said it again, but it is a wonderful way if you feel like you don't have very much clarity right now, to go and clean all the windows in your house. Things like that can be really, really impactful when doing with intention. And I feel like, yeah, all of this desire to be happy and healthy and value your worth in connection, and being brave to choose yourself, and just really just knowing what your worth is going to cause every action and choice you make to subtly change. We have also from the, Quality Time deck, we have Learn, of course, learning new things. It's here quite a bit, and to meditate. So that is what I have for you, group 3. Learn new things, meditate, take it easy. All of these messages. So yes, that is what I have for you, group 3. Did I say 2? I meant 3. I hope I said 3. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that reading. I hope it's given you some comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, you can get that in the description box below. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.